You seem to be spending a lot of effort on the shoes and less effort to iron your trousers. Let be a lesson to you, young man.
I didn't realise my offer to show you my shoes was going to lead to mockery.
You must have. But David, you must have suspected it.
Yes. Last year, I was asked to remove my jumper in a restaurant after the table next door complained that its bold pattern was ruining their photographs.
Please, T.
OK. So, when you're not with us, you're a bit more bold, are you?
Yeah, well, I didn't think it was a bold pattern. I just thought it was rather natty.
Could you describe the bold jumper?
There's sort of lines like that, and we're looking at yellows and browns and a little touch of blue and green, and then a sort of zigzag thing like that.
Sounds quite 80s.
Well, you know, I think it's timeless.
We've never done this before,
Yeah.
I would have lied to you, but are we allowed to ask this lady to just stand forward into the middle of the floor?
Yeah.
Oh, my God. Could you stand in the middle of the floor there, please? Was it that bold?
No.
Thank you. Who were you with at the time?
I was with my parents.
So what did you do? Did you take the jumper off?
I did, I'm afraid. Because they asked politely, and so I did it. And I didn't realise how humiliating the request was until I'd gone along with it.
Yeah, it is embarrassing,
You know-
just the slow takeoff. Did you do a quick
Yeah,
one?
absolutely. And exactly, it's a very... Taking a jumper off is a bit of a kerfuffle. For example, before James Bond has a fight, you don't see him take a jumper off. Because it's not the right sort of... And its hair's got a bit...
It's the least attractive removal scene.
Yes, exactly. Strippers don't wear jumpers, do they? It's not the right... It's not the sort of thing.
Did they realise that you were the esteemed actor, broadcaster, writer, or do they think you were just a sad middle-aged man still having dinner with his parents?
The two aren't mutually exclusive.
What was the name of the restaurant?
It was the Ivy restaurant in St John's Wood.
You've just lost your working-class audience.
Oh, cheerio.
So, David is really... Well, he's asking us to believe that he's spineless. So, what do you think?
I think so.
You're saying true?
I think true, yeah. I think it's a true story.
Oh, OK, well, then I must go with my team and say this is definitely true.
OK, David, truth or lie?
It is, in fact, a lie.
Oh!
One of the codes I live my life by.
Always a good start.
Is that my appearance should be in no way noteworthy. But then again, not so unnoteworthy as to be in itself noteworthy.
What do you think?
Well, if it is true, you're certainly carrying it off. When did you decide on this code?
It didn't happen suddenly. It just, you know...
It sort of developed.
The way
How
I
did it
felt
develop?
comfortable being sort of gradually formed into the philosophy, and I don't think that's too grandiose a term, that I have read off a card for you today.
I would say since you've got a beard, you have become more noteworthy.
The answer to that is I've enjoyed growing a beard. But you're right, because I've grown a beard, some people have said, oh, I see you've grown a beard, or he's got a beard, look at his beard. And I hate
Can I
those
just put you up on the
moments.
point?
I deeply hate those moments of being physically noticed.
Have you really enjoyed growing a beard?
Well, no, that's what's so odd. I mean, I haven't, like, hugely enjoyed it. It's not been like a brilliant roller coaster. but it's just very, very slightly I've enjoyed it. And very slightly also I've had a sense of achievement. Of course, it is no achievement. It's actually a failure in personal hygiene. but it feels like an achievement.
But you surely went through the difficult itchy stage.
I did go through this.
No one enjoys that?
No. I call them my teens.
Do you make these rules about everything? Are the underpants you're wearing unnoteworthy enough to be you know what I'm saying? Are they?
No, I don't think...
Sorry, let's start again. Are you wearing underwear?
Yes.
OK.
And I don't want to sound too sexy, but yes.
Oh.
I don't want to sound too sexy, but no.
Oh.
Under my underwear, I'm naked.
Oh. David, I want to know not what you consider noteworthy. I want to know what you consider so unnoteworthy that it becomes noteworthy.
A grey tie. If you were in a suit, and like you're in a suit-wearing scenario, and you wore a grey tie, that would be so unnoteworthy as to be in itself noteworthy.
So a grey tie...
It could be so colourless, so not wanting to draw the eye, it would draw the eye. It's how you spot spies, isn't it? People who are just trying to blend in so much, they blended in so much they're noticeable.
It's true.
Like a chameleon. If there was a chameleon in here, it would stand out.
I'll tell you what, if there was a comedian in here, it'd stand out.
It's a worrying round of applause on the subject of our...
Is it true or is it a lie? Make your decision.
I think it's true. I think it's very plausible that David would be like that, yeah.
OK.
Yeah, I think it's true.
True?
I'll go with my team and say it's true.
All saying true. David, truth or lie?
Yes, well, of course it's true.
Yes, it's true. One of the codes David lives his life by is that his appearance should be in no way noteworthy.
Last winter, I watched in horror as the tube train doors trapped the pom-pom of my bobble hat and carried it off into the darkness of the underground.
Please, team.
So you were getting on the tube, or how did it... Tell us more.
Well, the tube...
I'll rephrase that. Tell us anything you can think of.
OK, fine. The London Tube network opened in the 1860s.
All right, I'll rephrase it. Specifically about this story.
Yeah. I was trying to get on a train, I was late, and I always run head forwards. Because it's the most aerodynamic way.
Yes.
I didn't want to miss this train because I'd have to wait 2 minutes for the next one. Right. So I was willing to take any sort of risk.
Which door were you going to run through? The double door?
The living room door. It was a double door,
right.
You know.
I enjoyed him in Harry Potter.
Double door.
Oh, I see. Sorry.
I'm there for you, Rob. I'm there for
Thank you.
backup.
I thought I was having a stroke.
Now, talk us through what happens, actually. It's now trapped.
Yeah, the hat's trapped. Because the doors are shut, I, perhaps foolishly, or perhaps sensibly, you be the judge, but I'll have to say what it is first. I sort of recoil.
Yeah.
And that removes the hat. And then I go... There's the hat hanging there.
And off
and I thought, at that point, there's no point putting my head back in.
Well, look, David, I've got a bobble hat down here.
Oh, may I keep it?
Would you like to put it on?
Yes.
And try and reenact for us?
Let's say you run.
Yeah. OK.
OK.
They'll have to redo my hair after this. That'll be an hour of your lives you're not getting back.
Right.
OK, all right.
These are my doors.
Yeah.
OK? How fast are you going to run at me?
Slower than you think.
OK. OK.
Yeah.
Ready?
You will be able to see me coming.
So you... Did you just wink at me?
Yes, I did.
Are you flirting with me?
I've never really known what flirting is, but let's see what happens and then we'll know.
Train's going to go now.
Okay,
all the
ready?
passengers are on board. Please stand clear of the doors. Oh, hang on! This is my only speaking bit. Let me say it.
Will you cue me when you finish your monologue?
I'll wink at you. Stand clear of the doors. Stand clear.
I mean, obviously, in reality, I was hurrying down the escalators. I wouldn't like people to think
Go
that
up
I...
Go up there! There's stairs there!
That's not how the underground works.
Stand clear of the doors. Stand clear of the doors.
Yeah!
You've missed it. It's gone. It's gone. Try again.
Again.
The next one.
You've got to listen. Stand clear of the doors. The doors are closing. Stand clear of the doors. The doors are closing. The doors are closing.
Yes? Exactly.
Lee's team, is it true?
No, David seemed to really have to make a lot of effort there to try and get through the tube doors.
Do you think David would run
Head
for
first.
the tube head first?
No, I don't think anyone would.
No.
Yeah, I think it's a lie.
So, they think it's a lie. Were you lying or were you telling the truth?
Well, I was lying.